You can make these biscuits in about 15 minutes from start to finish, 10 if you're really fast. Hi everyone, it's Tasha and welcome to another Wednesday recipe video. And today we're going to be making roasted milk biscuits, also known as cow pea, baked milk skin. Timestamps are down below in the description if you want to skip the initial blah blah, but stick around if you want to hear a little bit about what we're making first. This biscuit isn't really a biscuit, it's more like a milk candy that's been dehydrated and baked. It doesn't have any kind of flour in it. The dough itself is actually made with milk powder, a little bit of butter, a little bit of evaporated milk, and a little bit of sugar. From what I've read, it's inspired by Inner Mongolian milk snacks. Pizza is milk skin, that's the skin that forms on top of milk after you boil it and it cools down. And that's often made with full fat, creamy milk in Inner Mongolian. They make it really thick and crispy and crunchy. This is kind of like a cheats version in a biscuit form. But the dough is also a lot like Filipino pastillas de leche or even Indian pedas. Those are two different milk candies that also use really concentrated boiled down milk or milk powder. It's just rolled thinly and then baked in the oven. Now, two caveats before we start. One, if you can, use 2 sheets of perforated baking silicone sheets, one for the top and one for the bottom, because that allows the air to circulate, and it also helps to weigh the biscuits down and make them nice and flat, and it also gives them a really nice pattern. A lot of other recipes I've seen for this use those, or they actually make them in a pizzelle iron. There's a type of really flat iron, you don't get the really deep holes in it. So instead of baking them, they squish them and cook them in the waffle iron. I, however, have none of those, despite having loads of waffle makers, as you can see in one of my older videos. I don't have that type of flat pizzelle waffle iron, and I also don't have the perforated baking sheets, and I'm not interested in buying either, so we're just going to make them on a normal baking tray. Feature attached here, the second caveat, which unfortunately didn't record, was simply that this is a small batch recipe, and that is because the dough dries out super quickly. So in order to double the batch, you're going to have to work really quickly, and I'm really slow in the kitchen and in life. So yes, if you want to double the recipe, do that, but you'll have to work quickly because the dough does dry out quite fast and then it starts to crumble. I've seen some recipes using sweetened condensed milk, but I prefer using the unsweetened evaporated milk because then it means I can add as much or as little sugar as I want, and I like these a bit on the less sweet side, so I tend to add a bit less sugar than other recipes. Also, a little something different that I do is add a little bit of salt to mine because I feel that helps cut through the sweetness, because milk powder itself is naturally sweet. I find that salt also brings out the butteriness of the butter we're also going to add. So with all that said, let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. First, let's preheat the oven to 160 degrees C. Now we're going to make a super simple dough with some milk powder. This is 60 grams of whole, full fat milk powder. I'm going to add 15 grams of icing sugar, a pinch of salt, and for our wet ingredients I'm going to add 20 grams of unsalted butter, which I've melted and I've let cool a little bit, and 20 grams of evaporated milk. And I'm just going to give this a stir. Once it gets to this stage and it starts to form a dough, I'm going to transfer to my hands and start kneading a little bit, and I'm using food safe gloves because it can get a bit sticky. And this is our milk dough. Now let's get to rolling. Now because it's sticky, I'm going to use 2 layers of greaseproof paper to roll it out. So one on the bottom and one to lay over the top. And I'm going to roll it out to about 3 to 5 millimeters thick. I've got my 3mm guides here so I don't get too thin around the edges. Peel this off, but keep it because we'll use it when we re-roll it out in a minute. And we're just going to stamp out some shapes. I'm using a heart. I've also got a baking tray, as you can see, which I've lined with some non-stick baking paper. And you can just bake it like this. I'm actually going to use a little stamp. I don't actually know if this is going to come out in the bake. We will see. And these are quite flexible, so they don't mind manhandling. Let's do another one. And we're just going to do that over and over again until our dough is all used up. Now I was able to get 6 out of my dough, 6 good ones and a few scraps there. And if you're thinking about making a larger batch, don't, because as you work with the dough it gets drier and drier. This dough dries out really fast. As you can see, my second batch already cracked, which is why they also didn't take a long time to bake. So I'm just going to pop these in the oven for, let's say, 7 to 10 minutes. I think 8 will be just fine. 8 minutes was just fine, and actually, as you can see, the ones that I re-rolled out are a bit lumpier. That's probably because we introduced air pockets into them. That's not a problem. The smaller ones are a bit toastier, also not a problem. Now let's let these cool down completely. These are so cute. Well, the middle ones are cute, the outside ones are a little bit lumpy ugly, but still cute. I'm glad that the Eat Me sign also came out clearly. Unfortunately, air bubbles are difficult to avoid in this sort of biscuit, even non-milk biscuits, regular sugar cookie biscuits, especially when you're re-rolling them out, you're going to be folding air into them. A way to combat this, as I mentioned at the beginning, is to use that top sheet, a perforated top sheet, lay them on top of the biscuits before baking, but as I don't have that and I'm not willing to spend money on one, these will have to do. Let's snap one open. Wasn't that quick and so cute? I love the toasty milk smell that comes out of these. Okay, I'm going to grab one that I destroyed earlier and I'm going to take a bite. Cheers! Milky, buttery, crunchy, perfect. And most importantly, not too sweet. The only downside, like I said, is this makes a small batch. You can disregard what I said and go ahead and double the batch and make more, but you're going to have to work fast because, like I said, the dough does dry out quite fast and you're going to end up with a crumbly mixture, which then gets harder and harder to roll out. That being said, I am a bit of a slow poke when it comes to making stuff in the kitchen. I like to amble about, listen to some music, so you'll probably be faster than me anyway. So there you go, roasted milk biscuits. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video and I hope you'll join me next Wednesday for my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com, follow me on Instagram, I'm tashcakes.taste, and find me on TikTok too, I'm tashcakes there too, but my handle is food in slow motion. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more. Give this video a like if you liked it to help other people find it. Comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I'll see you all next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week. I might have to make another batch right now because that was delicious.